You are my fire, the one desire. Believe when I say I want it that way. But we are two worlds apart. Can't reach to your heart when you say that I want it that way. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
We're streaming, you're screaming, and we're all ready to open the great vaults. And when we do, our holy family's gonna tear the whole galaxy a new one.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here, bringing you a Hello, everybody. Welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here. So glad to see all of you in the chat showing up. Votes here, 57% going to Immortal Order. I'm just trying to get everyone to get their bands going. So it's Immortal Orders, Joy, and Zushin. So NWO, what's their bands going to be? And then we're going to get straight into the matchup. Hope you're all excited. There's a best of 5 on a Sunday afternoon right here on Waylander Gaming. If you're wondering where Scarp's Gekkel is this afternoon, it is Mrs. Scarp's birthday today. So he gets a free pass the day off. And so it's the Hayabusa Camilla. So I'm just going to tell the teams we're starting now and we're going to get into the action. Once everybody readies up. So we're just waiting for the Jackal 1997. Alright, there we go. Excellent. Let's go, let's go. Into the game. First game of this best of 5, mind you. So it's going to be a nice long one, hopefully. Well, will one team, what do you think, guys? Will one team take this 3-0? Will we get a 3-2 all the way into the 5th game? Let's find out what's going on. So Granger, the first ban coming out for the side of Immortal Order. Granger, a bit of a flex pick, can be played in the jungle, can be played in the gold lane. Quite strong in the gold lane at this moment in time. The same with the first ban coming out from NWO, the high loss ban. Very annoying to deal with. Has the highest HP of any hero in the game. So, as can be stated, or well, what is obvious, definitely a tank. Nice ban coming out from Immortal Order with the Suyu. Seems like they're on the course of removing a lot of the meta picks. Oh, NWO, homework being done. Get rid of the X-Borg, because they have seen them play that in the jungle over the last few games on the stream. So having their homework done, nicely done from NWO, getting rid of the X-Borg ban. So it's Toyota with the first pick for Immortal Order. What's he going to be locking on to? There is some meta picks still available, and we see one of them coming out. It's the Gato. Or Gatot Gacha is an extremely strong hero at this moment in time. He is, like, in my opinion, just straight broken. I mean, with just defensive items, you'll see him going 1v1 a Fed MM. As we see K2 Sukuna locking on to the Ixia pick, and Captain Fez with a Johnson. Not often we get to see Johnson in any particular lineup, especially the 5-man system, but if you get a good Johnson player, he can change the course of the game. The reason why Johnson, even though he has pretty much all the skills that you need from a roamer, is not considered meta, is that he does it, like, once he gets level 4, he's more or less just driving around trying to wait for potential pickoffs, and against a disciplined team it's a little bit challenging. But if you save that ultimate just for when the major objectives are, like taking a turtle or lord, it's all near impossible to actually take that uncontested with a Johnson around. So Stoner locking on to the Chip. As we know, Chip is and has been since his debut a few seasons back, very much in the meta. And so what was previously considered to be a troll pick, which is now no longer a troll pick, is the Layla by Akashi. So the Rayo with another very strong pick for NWO, locking on to the Sicilian. And Neos, a bit of a missed ban there. Is that a potential lag out? Let's get to see. Oh, I forgot to put the Mobile Legends sound on. If you were wondering why you couldn't hear the sound, that's just because of me. Let's see. We'll just keep an eye on Neos to see if it's a potential lag out. Interesting from Immortal Order with the Alice ban. That, I think, might be a respect ban. So we'll get to see what is happening there. So welcome to the stream, everybody. Who do I see in the chat here? Sage, Angelic Fury, Truan, Chris. Welcome everybody to the stream. And for those of you not chatting in the live chat, why you're not chatting in the live chat? Come on, let's hear from everybody. What do you think is going to be happening in this game? Alright, so Neo's picking up the Alpha. Alpha, a very good pick, especially into the Chip and Gato. He is a frontline melter. And with the full barrage and the Sicilian with the Bat's Feast, this is going to prove to be challenging. So Toyota locking on to Sun in the jungle. I have seen quite a few videos surfacing the internet, talking about how Sun is back in the meta once again, but for myself personally, I need to see it to believe it. But we've got an opportunity to see it right now. Death Eater 14 looks like he's going to go for the Veil with the Flame Shot, and Jackal 1997 picking up the Badang. Badang, I feel, has, after that update, the recent update, is going to be something that's going to slowly grab everyone's attention and get once again back into said meta. But some interesting picks, some strong picks, some picks to be on the lookout for, especially synergy wise. This is 5-man, so we don't just look at each pick individually, we have to consider it as a whole. let's get into the match to see how the combos that these two teams have decided upon is going to be playing out. yeah. Well, sure, you can shout them out for not banning the chip in the next game. So someone is saying pause. Okay. I'm pausing. Let's see what's happening. Let me just find out in the group chat what is going on. I think somebody has lagged out. So I'm gonna have to unpause. Okay, I see all the messages now. Okay, alright, everybody's ready. Okay, good stuff. Alright. The unpause has happened. I think it was with the Layla pick there and the issue, because normally we see Death Eater 14 in the gold lane, but I was wondering what was happening with the positional swaps. But Layla into an Exia is not too bad of a combo. But to the game we go, we watch both the teams starting off on the same side of the jungle. We notice that, Chip, nice engage here into the mid lane. Just wants to create the space for Vale to clear his farm first, which is always a good tactic. So it allows for free rotation as we're watching a potential engage around. Oh, nice. Retri comes out from Neos there, securing the litho just before Teora on the Sun manages to get across. So just following both teams and just keeping an eye on this mid lane war that's happening between the Vale and the Sicilian. Chip making the quick rotation towards the gold lane, hoping for a potential setup here. But I think he has been scouted out. The Alpha wants to, he's got that level 4 Spear of Alpha. He wants to go in. Oh, there's the stun coming out from the Chip. Captain Fez taking a ton of damage on that Johnson. So once more, the battle of the mid laners are taking place here. Oh, as we see Gatto, he might be engaged upon by two. Chip makes the rotation. He comes across here. Gatto wants to land that taunt in there, but decides against it. Sicilian with that Sanguine Claws just slightly off the mark, as both teams are getting into position to try and contest for this neutral objective. Vale does have the knock-up. Chip, he's charging up here. He gets in onto the turtle there. Who's going to land the retri? It's Alpha. But Gatto, he does land that Avatar of Guardian. They're engaging onto the Alpha. Alpha's taken down as first blood. Will we see the continuation of this fight here? The Johnson, he's being pushed back here. So Teora on the Sun, he wants to steal the red buff away from the Alpha before he respawns. He doesn't have the retribution. Could prove to be challenging. There's the Badang. Gets the stun onto the Chip. Oh, it's going to be the combination coming out from the Johnson. He does drive in there. It's the Gatto with the revitalized trying to survive. Chip does pay the price though. However, Vale comes in there. Almost taken down too as a return kill. But nothing doing. Alpha also securing his red buff through all that action. Oh, there's an engagement here on the bot lane. It's going to be a flicker, double flicker out. Nice play from Akashi there, as well as Kaiju Sukuna. He thought he could seal the deal. Oh, there's Chip. Bat's Feast from the Sicilian to give himself that extra mobility to escape the attentions of the Chip. Chip now finally that level 4, so he's gonna have the ability to drag the whole team into team fights. Nice pressure being placed onto the mid lane by Alpha. Whenever you see a mage making a rotation like that, Johnson, he's on the drive. Let's follow him around. Let's see what he's gonna be going for. He's just scouting out the jungle. He's got Alpha on his back. Crashes into a wall, just takes one of the neutral objectives along the way. Chip is deciding to come in. Alpha has the ability to dash away, commits the Spear of Alpha, and gets out of harm's way. All of this with another 5 seconds to the second major objective, as we see both the teams using that river speed boost to get through. However, Chip did commit the ultimate in that particular engagement, so we will not have that available. It is a 3v2 situation at this moment in time, but it looks like we're heading towards a 5v5. It's going to be the Bats Feast coming out. Everybody's engaging in here. Johnson with a jump through. There is going to be the full barrage coming through from the X here, but it's a 1-for-1 exchange so far to both junglers. Feeling the wrath of the team. There's Ixia getting engaged upon. No flicker available. Akashi with the cannon blast. Getting the second kill for the side of Immortal Order as they take the engagement 3-2. But the turtle, however, did go to the side of NWO in that engagement. Oh, there's the Johnson. He's on the drive. He crashes into the Layla, taking a ton of damage. But Layla did have to commit that flicker, so no flicker available for the next 2 minutes, or as we see on screen, 110 seconds. Just switching up to this XP lane battle. Chip making the rotation up towards the XP lane. Wants to get a bit of a poke onto Badang, who has been having a fairly decent time in here. Gets the second skill off. Manages to trap Oshroomzy within the wall, but Oshroomzy is a tanky boy. He's not too stressed about that. Johnson on the drive once more. He's looking for a potential pickup. He knows that the Layla is low underneath the turret. He's screaming for his teammates. He's coming through. Akashi is trapped. Akashi manages to avoid the damage coming out there. What? Sakuna with the full barrage. Sky Piercer procs. Captain Fez, he needs to retreat. Sakuna doesn't have that flicker. Oh, he does have the flicker available. It just manages to flicker out of harm's way, getting to the safety of the turret. Alpha coming through once more to protect the team. But there's the combination from the Veil with the sun underneath the turret. Chip with a follow-up. Spirit of Alpha has been committed. Does Alpha have the ability to deal with us? He does manage to take down the sun. So it's a 1-for-1 exchange under the turret. But the turret did fall. Oh, Badang with a beautiful pick off there, taking out the Veil. And all of this just as the mid lane turret being taken down by the Sicilian. He's using the sprint. He wants to get away from the Chip. He's like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Commits the Bats Feast. But there's Alpha. He goes in there, but it's the retreat from Toyota on the sun. He wants to engage. He knows the Spirit of Alpha has come out. He is X-killing in there. There's the Chip with a follow-up. Chip does commit the ultimate. The full barrage is in there defensively to protect the team. Sicilian doesn't have the Bats Feast. Takes a ton of damage from Death Eater 14 on the Veil. Flame shot slightly off the mark. Oh, Spirit of Alpha catches out the Sicilian. Chip, he's in a lot of danger. He wants to try to eat some chips and get away, but nothing doing. As we see a continuation of that fight all the way into the jungle of Immortal Order. But another turret has been taken down by Gatto on the XP lane. I'm missing out my meanwhiles. But meanwhile, it has been taken down. So the kills in the favor of NWO. A bit of a gold lead. But the map control goes to the side of Immortal Order. So the game on a balance right now. However, NWO they may have lost their side lane turrets. Or one extra side lane turret, shall we say. As we watch the Johnson on the drive. But they have the biggie. They have the mid lane turret. That's the big one. Oh, there's the crash into Toyota. Is there going to be the follow-up? They burst him down. Avatar of Guardian committed, but the full barrage does land. The revitalizers are coming out, but there's so much damage. Badang's hammering that Gatto to death. Fists of Fury. Alpha scouted out by the Chip there. Badang gets the flicker off, manages to stun out Death Eater. Spirit of Alpha onto the Chip. He commits the ultimate. Can he escape the attentions of the Alpha? It's going to be the Sun coming in here as the tank manages to take down the Badang. There's the follow-up. They do manage to lock onto the Alpha. This is two good picks for the side of Immortal Order. They'll be like, yes, 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 this is what we need. As you hear the sound in the background, it's Sakuna. He's caught out a little bit here in danger. Does he have the flicker available? No. Oh, Avatar of Guardian once more landing onto the Exia. The exchange now going in favor of Immortal Order, swinging the gold lead back to to their side, and the Lord is up. As we see mid lane being pushed in, there's the catcher onto the Sicilian, but there's Johnson. He's driving through. He manages to get the crash off onto the full barrage combination here, but the revitalize is coming through. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be the Veil just squeaking through, but the shutdown kill is onto Fez, but there is going to be a 3-for-0 exchange happening here in the mid lane. Immortal Order just winning out on that team fight, managing to survive through the damage that was being dished out. So Toyota wants to get the engage here onto the Alpha. Alpha, he's in a bit of danger. He's gonna get stand up, CC'd, controlled, and mega kill for the Sun. But there comes Padang. However, the Veil was in position to end his life. Chip was taken out, but Johnson, he's on the hunt for the Sun. It's gonna be Shroomsy. He blocks out the damage from his jungler, paying this very, very self-sacrificial moment there. Bat's Feast comes out from the Sicilian, just trying to protect everything here. The tier 3 turrets still standing, 2 of the tier 2 turrets as well. There's Johnson. He wants to get... Oh, they managed to catch out the Layla, but the Veil coming in clutch for his team. Oh, there's the Badang. Badang just so dangerous, using that flicker combination. Veil escaping everybody's attention by using the portal, but Badang, he's like, no portal for you. He's just 1 HP. Veil has the movement speed. There's the CCs coming up onto the Badang. Alpha, he wants to try to help his teammate. He's like, no, wait, I'm gonna share. There's 3 of you, and there's 1 of me. I just need to defend. Oh, Spear of Alpha used defensively. Johnson comes in beautifully, gets the stun off. What? The Chip and Gatto are just a little bit too tanky. They do manage to get out without too much harm being done. Bat's Feast from the Sicilian, just to make sure that the tier 3 turret is going to stand. They're going to secure it. There's the engagement onto the Johnson Sanguine Claws. The revitalize from Gatto. They're keeping his team alive through the damage that's being dished out. There's the Avatar of Guardian. Manages to land onto 2. The Sicilian repositioning. Gatto taking a lot of damage in the backline. He's taken down, but it's the Badang who is killed. It's a 2-4-1 exchange going in the favor of Immortal Order as we hear that sound once again. This time it's the Lord, the enhanced Lord. As we take a look at the chat, lots of saltiness going on in the chat. Come on, guys. What is in the past? Leave it in the past. Focus on the present. Let's see what is happening in this game. So now it is the time where we're going to see, is this potentially the moment where Immortal Order seal the deal? Can NWO bring out the defense? They do have a Sicilian and an Ixia. They have some big team fight potential combinations. Veil does come with the ultimate. There's the Chip. The flame shot comes through. Spear of Alpha underneath the turret. But then there's into the full barrage. But nobody's been taken down yet. The Lord's been to the base. It's going to be the Avatar of Guardian as the follow-up there. But Doug manages to catch out 4 with his ultimate. Just the revitalize comes through. Absolutely clutch. It's going to be... 3-for-3 exchange. The Lord has been taken down here. The mid lane is being pushed in. It's only Veil and Chip left alive, and the Alpha and Sicilian to defend, so they should be able to get the defense off. One tier 3 turret did fall, but that engagement, 3-for-3, though I would say that would definitely go in the favor of NWO with that engagement. They have lost a tier 3 turret, but a couple of shutdown kills in the process will bring that gold up a little bit more even, and it is, I mean, they still have 2 tier 3 turrets, so in terms of an overall trade-off, that's what they would be looking for. Alright, so let's wait patiently once more, because this should be the patient time in the game. Alpha just scouting out the chip by poking that creep. He's like, wait, I want to take it, but I'm not going to take it. I don't know how many of you are there. It's another 50 seconds before we should see a crazy team fight going. But both teams moving in a 5-man system. Though we watch Layla getting the lane pushed in here. Wants to create a bit of space for a team. Though when it comes to lane pushing, they need to time it well to Immortal order if they want to gain the proper degree of map control. But with a Johnson on your team, proper map control could prove to be problematic. There could be a potential opportunity to steal a Lord. So I'm quite interested. There's Chip engaging onto the Sicilian. Sicilian gets stunned up. It's going to be the Spear of Alpha comes through. But there's the Avatar of Guardian on the mark. They're catching out the Alpha. And that's a perfect time for the side of NWO. Just a little bit of overextension from the Sicilian. Johnson, he's making a rotation across here. Does crash into the wall. So they won't have the ability to steal this Lord. This is going to be a free Lord. To the side of Immortal Order. Not quite the 18-minute Lord, but it is the enhanced Lord, so it packs a punch. We will see both teams' players back up, ready and available, and this is going to come down to who's going to hit their combination better. That's what it's going to be all about. Oh, there's the engagement there by the Veil, so no ultimate available. It's going to be the Bat's Feast coming out from the Sicilian. He wants to engage onto the Veil, so both mages have committed their ultimates, so it will not be available for this massive fight that's going to be on the offing. Johnson just driving around. He wants to land that combination. Everybody wants to just protect themselves to set. There's going to be the sun coming in there. There's the engagement onto the Veil. They managed to catch him. It's Chip trying to get the defense going, but nothing doing. It's the Avatar of Guardian that comes out, catches out two down. So it's a 2-for-1 exchange. It's just Veil. There's the full barrage onto the... Catch it out too. It's the Ixia taken down too. Sun wants to get the solid lock in here, but he's going to be taken down by the Spear of Alpha. It's only Chip left alive. Could this be an opportunity for NWO to seal the deal and end the game? They have lost all the tier 3 turrets. It's Alpha. He wants to make his way down the mid lane, take advantage of this 20 seconds or so. But it's going to be the Veil that will be up and alive in about 5 seconds time. But there's still the Ixia. How are they going to defend against this? Can Veil get the wave cleared quick enough? Chip wants to protect this mid lane turret. Alpha just scouting things out. There's the Veil. NWO deciding to back off. Johnson once more on the hunt, sees everybody, wants to go, oh my goodness, just misses out on that Veil. It is another 40 seconds to this next major objective as we watch. On the bottom of the map, it's Layla just pushing in to try and get a bit of pressure going. Red buff taken by the Ixia. We're watching very carefully. Toyota scouting out for his team. They do want to get a pick off onto the Alpha before this next major objective. But everybody's camping in the bush as we watch this Hilux driving its way through. It's the Johnson. We hear the sound. This is the 18-minute Lord. Vision has been supplied from the base. It's Johnson that everybody's on the lookout for with the Badang. They're trying to engage onto the Layla. Layla forcing the flickers through there to get to safety. There's the Sicilian. Chip wants to come in. It's the Badang. He wants to hunt. He gets the flick out. Does he manage? Oh, the damage just way too much. But there's the full barrage from the Ixia. She catches everybody. The follow-up. The Sanguine Claws. The Lord is still up here. It's going to be the Alpha taking it down. It's just 2 left alive. But one of them is the Layla. She's dishing out the damage. Can she survive through all of this? It's just Sicilian versus Layla. But the Lord did go to the favor of NWO. What craziness is this? Can Sicilian defend up against this Layla? I think he should be. Layla will be very, very skeptical of trying to engage onto a Sicilian. See the waves coming in. The Lord has spawned. So I don't think, I'm not sure whether much can be achieved with this Lord here. Sicilian has to play a bit of a defensive game, as Layla is just melting down the Lord. But this is a tanky Lord. Layla just doing the damage, taking the Lord down to half health. But let's be honest, right? This Lord hits like a truck. And speaking of trucks, there's the Johnson on the move once again. Oh, I thought the Veil was... Oh, the Gatto manages to get the block off. The combination comes through. The full barrage does manage to land, but only onto the clone. As we see the Avatar of Guardian into the backline, managing to catch up the Ixia. There's the combo. Alpha has to try to get away. The Bat's Feast comes out from the Sicilian, dealing out the damage, but being healed up by the Revitalized from the Gatto. So it was just one person that's being taken down. The Johnson, he does land onto the chip. We're done with a follow-up. But they are both taking damage from this Layla, as it is a 1-for-1 exchange, Rome for Rome. But it's a 1-for-1, well, that was a 1-for-1 trade-off. Lots of aggression, but nothing much to be achieved. Oh, Veil taking out so much damage, but manages to land the combo, just insta-deleting that bird down. Following it up by the... Well, actually, it's a full team wipe. I just wanted to state who was dying, but this just went real quick, Jets. As we see the Layla, the waves being pushed in. It's 17 seconds. Layla with that malefic gun. Just, how is Ixia going to defend this? The waves coming in there. The full barrage by the Ixia. It's going to be the Veil. Flicker comes through from the Ixia. It's Ixia trying to do the defense, but the damage output from the Layla way too much. First game to Immortal Order. That was very exciting, very back and front. Both teams giving it their all, but that first game being sealed out by a wonderful combination from the Layla there. I mean, from the Layla and Veil combination, especially Veil setting it up with that double kill. And Immortal Order taking the first game. Now let's get the teams into the lobby, or at least like the captains into the lobby once they invite me. Let me just see. Let me just invite the captain of the previous game. They can get the rest of their players and teams into the lobby. Well, let me just invite everybody from here. Alright, so we should see a side switch as we wait for... I know this is a friendly, it's about practicing, it's about growing and getting better. So let's just wait to see if there's going to be player swaps. I know there usually is after games like these ones, because teams are trying out new combinations of players to find out a little bit more about their sides and also about the combinations that they can get through. It's all a testing phase, so as much as we do take this seriously and everybody loves to win, these customs are designed for practice. So as we can see, there is a new face or faces already. It's Silent O and Delirious 2.0. Not Delirious 1.0, the 2.0, the better version has arrived into the lobby, as well as Goku and Angelic Fury as the new faces in this particular lineup. And Great Hoper 83 joining the lobby with his team. So another new face in from the previous game. Now, I'm saying new faces, everybody knows who everybody is here. It's just they haven't featured in the first match. So as we expected, lots of substitutions as both teams are taking the opportunity to test their lineups. Alright, so we've got everybody in the lobby, as we will have NWO with first pick, first ban. So let's get their bans sorted out. And so as we wait for the captains to give us the bans, what do you think, everybody, about the game that you just got to witness? Some exciting stuff. And if you haven't already, please press that like, share and subscribe button. You would be really helping us out in the channel. Also the share button. The share button is a very helpful one too. You know, helps to get the stream out there, helps to get the community out there as well, because there's been a lot of new faces I've seen in the Mobile Legends streams, especially over the last few days. So it seems that everybody's work by sharing the videos is paying dividends, because we know the larger the community gets, the better it will be for us, in the sense that we will have, okay, so we've got Chip, Zushin, Camilla and Joy as the bans. We're going to be starting now, and as I was saying, the larger the community gets, the better it is for us, because Moonton will start recognizing that we have a large dedicated player base here, and, well, that's just good for the community. We'll hopefully get a server of all of our own. Alright, so the players are ready. Into the drafting phase we go. If you guys just give me 2 seconds, I'm just going to get something to drink, because, well, you should have heard me in the first game. Thirsty work, this casting.
Light me up and watch the world burn! Feed, destroy, and conquer.
So, who's next?
Muscle of iron, bones of steel.
Only love and night are everlasting.
Hope will find a way, even when all is forlorn.
10 years of imprisonment.
Experience the euphony of suffering.
Mobile Fortress combat ready. My mission is to protect lives.
Alright, so beverages have been sorted out. Into the drafting we go, as we see the Sun, the X-Borg being banned out. Delirious picking up that Granger. Gate over with the revitalized Sicilian. Captain fails once more on the Johnson. Oshumzi picks up the Hyra Silent O with the Terizla and Angelic Fury locking onto Vexana. The final ban comes out for the side of Immortal Order, and it is the Alpha.
Let's fight to our heart's content!
And lastly, the Lucas ban coming up for the side of NWO. That's a very, very good ban. So some comfort picks being removed from the equation. Some meta picks as well. So let's get into this matchup to see who's going to be taking the W. Will Immortal Order get into a 2-0 lead? Or will NWO be able to bring this 1-1? This is a best of 5, so we will have another game going after this one. Death Eater 14 locking onto the Ixia. Neos realizing that the Suyu was available, so Suyu it is. One of the strongest jungles in the game. It was, just a FYI, the most picked jungle in M6. Suyu. Followed by Joy.
May the blood of my enemies flow from my spear.
So the Jackal 1997. Clever pick with the Minsathar. Giving Goku a moment to pause to think. Can't go for those dash heroes now with the Minsathar. If he lands that King's Calling, where you gonna go?
You're looking at the future champion.
Wait a minute here. A Yuzong in the jungle? What is this we're watching here? Yuzong jungle. Potentially new meta. Let's get to see what's happening here. I don't know when I've seen a Yuzong in the jungle. Actually, I did play Yuzong in the jungle, but that was when he first came out. Just as a little bit of a troll, but let's see what's happening here. So, well, I'm interested to see how this Yuzong in the jungle is gonna go. He does have the potential to dive the backline and sustain through quite a bit, but his jungle rate is going to be significantly slower than a Suyu. Also, if you decide to go damage on the Yuzong, he's not going to have the opportunity to sustain, but let's see. The Yuzong does counter the Sicilian though. Yuki asking if it's low ranks. Well, you'll see when we get back to the screen. There's mostly everyone here is mythic. As we see the engagement, a 1v1 between the Ixia and the Granger. Granger is going to be wrapped around quite quickly here. As Ixia gets a stun off onto the Granger, he does get that second skill to safety. But the Vexana and the Hylos just playing a bit passive. I would have personally wanted to have gone for the dive underneath the turret. Vexana comes in trying to clear the wave quickly as Hylos is there to support. The Revitalize comes out from the Sicilian, just keeping everybody healthy as we expect a potential engage. Sanguine Claws onto the Hylos. Johnson jumps through there, wants to get a bit of poke. Granger with a first skill slightly off the mark. However, Suyu is that level 4. He wants to hunt out. Oh, this stun is... Oh, there's the Sanguine Claws. Beautifully done. There's the user trying to engage. The Johnson gets taken down as first blood. The Black Dragon form does come out from the Suyu. So all of this now with the nice Sanguine Claws that was, but the damage wasn't quite just there yet for the team. As Johnson just getting controlled up. There's going to be the engagement by the Yuzong, and they managed to take down the Johnson with that combination play there. There's a lot of early game potential for the side of Immortal Order. Oh, the Jackal. Getting some pokes off onto Silento underneath the turret. Terizla wants to respond with the engagement. However, it's going to be the Ixia that falls in the top lane. Johnson comes through with a stun. Oh, nice! King's Calling by the Minsita underneath the tower. Terizla wants to sustain through all of this, but the Suyu comes in there. The Revitalize from the Sicilian. However, we do see the Johnson being engaged upon. He is taken down. So it's a 1 for nothing exchange. Oh my goodness. The Black Dragon from the Yuzong. The turtle is up. He's just zoning away. Mincetar trying to get a poke in there. The Sanguine Claws does that. Ooh, nice escape from Neos here. But we see the Mincetar. He's coming through. The Revitalize from the Hylos, just keeping his teammate alive. So you getting a bit of a poke down there. There's the engagement by the Yuzong once more. The Retri does come out from Neos as he manages to secure his buff. But this leaves the turtle free for the side of Immortal Order. There's Johnson. He is level 4. Does have the ultimate available right now. King's Calling, catching out the Hylos. It's going to be the penalty zone. That does land into the King's Calling. There's Johnson, but he's taking so much damage from the Terizla. Sicilian and Suyu want to try to get in there. The Yuzong, he's trying to engage onto the Suyu. Suyu quite slippery. The Bat's Feast comes out from the Sicilian. Yuzong wants to engage, but he's gonna get here. He's gonna get taken down by the combination play there. The Revitalize coming through, absolutely clutch. So it's a 2-for-1 exchange. And there's the Sicilian dishing out the damage here in the mid lane onto Angelic Fury, onto that Vexana. So Sicilian one to watch as this game goes longer. He's going to be building up those stacks. He's really going to start to hurt. But as we get the builds up really quickly for you, you can see that the Ixia having a nice time against the Granger in the gold lane. Has an 800 gold lane. Oh, but there's the engagement here. We were just marching the penalty zone. It has been used defensively. Suyu trying to survive through this, but it's the Revitalize play from Shroomsy saving his teammate. Just in the nick of time. So Suyu being taken down in that potential engagement into the jungle. Oh, there's the Black Dragon form coming out from the Yuzong. Johnson comes into crash. The Sicilian just stops and watches the Yuzong a little bit there as he got back to a nice position of safety. Suyu wants to get a bit of poke. Does land the poke. The Hylos is there to protect from the Johnson. Johnson, I think, is going for a damage build because he is taking a ton of damage. Yes, he is. He does have the damage build going. Suyu, once more being engaged upon. The glorious pathway does come out. Sanguine Claws, beautiful, to try and save his teammate with the Revitalize from the Sicilian. However, the mid lane turret has been taken down and the buff stolen by Immortal Order. Oh, but there's the engagement onto the Ixia. Nice play between the Johnson and Granger. However, as they push the lane, do they realize that they're going to be camped out here? Johnson, he's checking out the bushes. He gets engaged upon. The Granger comes through. He's dishing out the damage, but Johnson is just not tanky enough. The Revitalize from Shroomsy with the high loss there. He does take a bit of damage. The Bat's Feast was committed by the Sicilian. As we see, Yuzong wants to try to get engagement once more. He's going to have to be a bit safe. The Glorious Pathway comes out. But oh, look at the Granger with his mobility. As the Vexana does land the combination onto the Sicilian. But he has the mobility to get away here. Yuzong does take this objective down. As we watch once more a 1v1 battle between the Ixia and the Granger, with Neos just waiting patiently to see if he can. Oh, he does get the engagement onto the Ixia. Ixia, she's getting controlled up here. It's gonna be the Granger with a follow-up, but there's high loss here. However, the Suyu, he is a slippery boy. He wants to try to survive this. He does have the dashes. He manages to escape. But in the bot lane, there's another engagement. The Bat's Feast comes out. It's gonna be another kill. Yes, it is. It's a 2-for-0 exchange to the side of NWO. Pulling back the gold lead a little bit here, but the map control is in the favor of Immortal Order at present. Though the Mincetar does want to exchange this. There is an engagement here onto the Sicilian. Nice combination play there from the Yuzong as he gets a kill. But it looks like Angelic Fury in a bit of danger. Will she be able to survive? She lands a beautiful Eternal Guard to save herself. Johnson comes in. Sky Piercer procs. Triple kill for the Yuzong. As we see Granger trying to take this mid lane turret. Is he going to be pushing it through? He did have the opportunity to, but decides against it. Not knowing exactly where that Terizla was, so chooses to stay safe and protect his turret. Ixia camping out here, just waiting with the flicker, but the Granger dashing to safety. Mid lane turret being pushed in here. Suyu wants to get the defense going. He engages upon two. He's quite tanky. Oh, what a Sanguine Claws from the Sicilian. Catching out 3 there, but the follow-up not quite there from the team. Bat's Feast was committed. We hear the sound in the background. It is going to be time for a Lord. Yuzong wants to get the engagement here into the jungle and does manage to steal the buff, but he did use his retribution to do that. So we won't see Immortal Order go for this particular objective, which is the Lord, because he doesn't have the retribution. But then again, neither does the Suyu, though his retribution is on a shorter cooldown. Lots of damage being taken by Shrooms here on the high loss. The Black Dragon form does come out. The user, he wants to get onto the Sicilian here. As Johnson driving through. Can he land the crash? No, he does not. Misses everybody. Sicilian paying the price for that. As we see the engagement underneath the turret. Oh, shutdown kill for the Granger. He's on a killing spree. This is a good kill, but the mid lane is being pushed by the Mage and Marksman. However, King's Calling does land onto the high loss. He is tanky. He's trying to sustain through all of this. But oh my goodness, the full barrage penalty zone combination coming through. Mid lane turret being pushed in here. The Lord being melted down by the X here. No way for Granger to create the space to contest. There's Johnson. He's on the hunt. He lands onto the Vexana. Even the Eternal Guard not enough. Johnson with a sliver of HP. The passive from the Terizla takes him down. But getting a roam for Mage exchange. There's going to be the Black Dragon form coming out. Sicilian once again has to pop that Revitalize and Bat's Feast to try to get to safety. But he's being controlled up here. As we see Sicilian trying to survive through this. But just he will not be able to do that. Being taken down as the Lord makes his way up the top lane. Oh, it's going to be the glorious pathway into the full barrage. There's Yusung with a combination shutdown onto the Granger. It's going to be a double kill for the X here. As Johnson, he's on the hunt. Crashes into 3. He does have the damage build, so he takes out the X here, but he's taken down himself. It's just the Minsatar left alive to defend. Let's just quickly get the builds up because everybody wants to see. There's the engagement onto the Minsatar, but he lands the King's Calling. There's the Sicilian with the Bat's Feast. Everybody's being taken down here. It's a 3-for-1 exchange in the bot lane. As only Silent O on the Terizla gets to safety. All the tier 3 turrets still standing, as there was too many members from the side of Immortal Order who died in that particular exchange. Johnson, he's on the hunt for that X here once more. He wants to land that. He does land it. The Bat's Feast comes out from the Sicilian. The Eternal Guard used defensively, but not quite enough. The glorious pathway slowing down the Sicilian. Sicilian pops the Revitalize, but there's the penalty zone. Everybody onto the Sicilian. They take the Sicilian down. Flicker comes out from the Minsatar as he gets to safety. Will he land the potential hook here into the King's Calling? He does. He lands the hook onto one. They can manage to take down the one. The Revitalize from the high loss, just not enough to keep everybody alive. So it's a 2-for-1 exchange going in the favor of NWO. Suyu healing up quite nicely with the stuns coming out from the Vexana. Vexana flickering out of the way. They're engaging onto her. The glorious pathway. The Eternal Guard does land. It's the 1-for-1 exchange. The roam for a Mage exchange. It is another 20 seconds to the Lord. Which team do you think took the better of that exchange? It is a Mage for Robe exchange, but both are necessary to contest this objective. Oh, there's going to be a beautiful full barrage, but that Aegis coming through. However, there's the engagement onto the Suyu. The Sky Piercer procs. Death Eater does take a lot of damage from the Sicilian. He has that Wishing Lantern up already. So, I mean, as you can see, Winter Truncheon, Clock of Destiny, and the Wishing Lantern. Sicilian is going to be dishing out the damage real soon. The longer this game goes on, the happier a Sicilian is gonna be. As Johnson lands the crash onto the Terizla. He doesn't have the opportunity to get that penalty zone, but he's tanking through it all. Even without the penalty zone to sustain. Silento on the Terizla. Tanky as anything. So this should be an uncontested Lord going to the side of Immortal Order. The Yusok, beautiful catch out onto the Sicilian. That's what they needed with the Lord coming through. The full barrage does down the glorious pathway from the Hylos. He's taking a little bit of poke. Yeah, the penalty zone catching out the Suyu. It's just the Granger. Granger versus the wall, but Johnson's back. Catch the crash into 5, but the damage is just not enough there. The revitalize from the Hylos keeping everybody alive. It's just the Johnson that is down. The mini Lord is into the base. The waves are being pushed through. The King Squalling is landing, but there's just not enough damage to get anything done without the Sicilian there. The Granger has got single target damage. The Nexus is exposed. It is taken down. Second game goes to the side of Immortal Order as they take a lead in this best of 5, 2-0. All right, so let's get the teams into the lobby once more. As we unlock the mythic battlefield, get the teams to swap sides, we'll get the bands going, and then I definitely need a drink. I don't know what do you think, guys, in the chat. Don't you think I need a drink? Right, so as everybody is getting into the lobby, we'll get the bands going once more, and then the start button. What's up, General Cho? Welcome to the chat. Alright, so Immortal Order, what are their bans going to be? Jackal asking why they were so tanky. Alright, so we're just gonna get the bands going. So, after this is a best of 5, so this could be the third and potentially final game. If Immortal Order take this 3-0, but because they are at that moment in time where they do have the opportunity to hit a clean sweep. But if NWO win, we will continue with us. This is just as you can see from the title, it's a custom match. It's where teams are getting ready and practicing. So we see the Joy and Zushin bands coming out as we see what NWO, what their bands will be. Right, welcome to the chat forum. For all of you tuning in, if you haven't pressed that like, share, and subscribe button, please do so. You would really be helping us out here on the channel. So it's Hylos and Chip, so Zushin and Joy. Hylos and Chip are the bands for NWO. And so I'm just going to tell the teams that we're starting now. So just waiting for Neos to press that ready button. And we are gonna get into this game. As this poor commentator, he's going to get something for his throat. Maybe a strepsils. Because I expect a lot of action in this game.
Broadcast. Alpha is online.
Light me up and watch the world burn!
Muscle of iron, bones of steel.
Let's fight to our heart's content!
Only love and night are everlasting.
Fight!
Hope will
Fight for
find
the
a way,
ultimate answer.
even when all is forlorn. True love is like blood.
Okay. Oh, look who it is in the chat. It's Adrian, back from the dead. The man has been resurrected. Wonderful to see him back in the live chat.
I'm not the only one bound by these chains.
As we see Ghidorah locking onto the Sicilian. Stoner picking up the Camilla, so that's going to be a nice combination of Shroomsy. On the XP lane this time with the Phobius. As we see a Hilda with Execute, so I think it's going to be a damage Hilda. Great Hovar with the Vexana and Delirious 2.0 picking up the Layla. They ban out the Ixia, so that removes potential combination plays there. As General Cho just reminds everybody that they have banned out the Hylos, as well as Teora. Yeah, good to have you back, Achuan. Been missing you in the streams and actually seeing you playing the game, so it's good to see you back once more as we see the Suyu being banned out as the final ban for Immortal Order. Now, will this be the third and final game, or will we expect NWO to take this into another match? Let's get to see. Well, from the drafting phase, I'd really like to hear everybody's opinions on the draft. Who do you think's gonna win? Yeah, a Joy pick here would for the side of Immortal Order would actually be nice. Though it would leave them with a ton of magic damage. Maybe a little bit too much magic damage, but let's get to see. As we see, the Freya has been picked up for the XP lane with Inspire, so a lot of damage potential from the side of NWO. As Goku locks onto the Alucard. Yeah, General Cho, I do agree with you. The Kali Rome Zushin mid is a broken combination. As Toyota says, they're going for the combo with 2 CC, 2 AoE. Oh yes, Angelic Fury is correct. Joy was banned in the lobby. It's like a bit of a memory game.
See value in me?
Neos going tanky, picking up the Fredrin. So, what do you think, guys? Based on the draft, who do you think has the better draft in this game? As we see General Cho talking about the Alucard Legend skin just because he has it. Wants to flex. Alright, so into the game we go. Will we see the rotation towards the same side of the jungle? But let's get a pause in here as I see Fredrin is stuck in the base. Let me just find out what's happening really quickly. I'm just finding out from the teams what's going on, as I think we might have Merlin coming to join me on the stream. So I'm just gonna find out if everything is okay with the Fredrin. Alright. So we just have the Fred being AFK. We're just gonna be waiting for everybody to let us know what is gonna be happening. So that leaves the opportunity to find out from the chat what everybody thinks. Yeah, I agree, Adrian. The Phobius will have to do some work to get that passive off. Immortal Order do have a good draft. But let's get to see how things turn out. Alright, so everybody's good to go. We will unpause now and get the show on the road. So as we can see, Fredrin back in a mix. He did lose a few seconds here. As his team is helping him get this buff taken down. He will join now shortly. And so the game can continue. Well, Layla into a Leslie. Death Eater is taking a bit of damage. But look at this 1v1. Ah, the Aegis comes through from the Flicker as well. From the Leslie. Layla versus the Leslie. Passive's gonna be frucked. Who's gonna get this? It's a 1v1. It's Layla with the 1 HP. What did we just witness here in the top lane? This is some insanity. Layla taking first blood. You know, this the Hilda with the execute and potentially the damage build, I'm thinking, might actually prove to be what they needed. Oh, there's the Freya engaging onto the Phobius. She does have the Inspire. The team coming around to wrap around onto Shroomsy there. They do manage to get a kill on the top lane, but we're watching the action here on the XP lane. Phobius doesn't have the ultimate. He's gonna get taken down. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. And all this with 20 seconds till the next major objective. Camilla scouting out. They do know where the Camilla is. Ghidorah wants to try to build the stacks up here. Can take the level 4. I would have thought that you would have went for the level 4, but wanted to get back towards the mid lane. Hilda just scouting out. Waiting for... Oh, there's the Alucard coming into the jungle. The Hilda, she's really tanky. Gets away. The Vexana with a bit of poke damage in there. And we get another solo kill. The Alucard, he's getting engaged upon here by the Hilda. Hilda on the hunt. Wants to land that execute. Did land it, but it's taken down there by the Ghidorah or the Bat's Feast. There's the Phoveus. He's engaging onto the Vexana. It's going to be the Fredrin coming through with a combination play there. Once they get the stun off, they managed to take down that Phoveus before he could even say hello. Oh, nice engagement onto the Vexana. Vexana gets taken down by the Alucard. Fred, he does have the ultimate, doesn't have the stacks quite yet though. Just one more stack he needed. That could have been a triple kill if he did manage to land that. Oh, this Layla being hunted down by the Leslie. She does have that ultimate, but Layla, to the safety of the turret, has to recall. Turtle going to the side of Immortal Order. But this Layla slowly but surely getting fed. There's Captain Fez, engages onto the Camilla. Camilla does land the stun off Fredrin, wants to try to get some CC going for his team. As we see another combination play by NWO in the bot lane as they take out the Phoveus once more. There is a 3v2 situation happening here. Stoner does have that Cursed Blood. But let's just get to see. I'm also interested in this Layla. She is slightly behind the Leslie in terms of gold. It was that kill onto her that caused a bit of an gold deficit. But if Leslie is keeping up with the farm, it's good for Leslie. But Layla really does hurt. There's the engagement onto the Hilda. The CC comes out here. Fredrin is in here. The Hilda is just melted through. The Fredrin taking a ton of damage there, as well as the Freya. Just not enough damage. A 3-for-1 exchange going in the favor of Immortal Order. And this with 2 seconds until this next major objective. The Layla, she's just camping out Death Eater. Now using that passive of his on the Layla quite nicely. As Sicilian makes the rotation up towards the gold lane. Does Layla realize that she's being camped in a 2v1? The Sanguine Claws, the Aegis does pop, but it's just not enough to save. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, there's another war going on here. Fredrin wants to try and land this. Who gets it? It's going to be the Alucard. Fred, does he have that ultimate available? He does, but it's just the Alucard sustains through all of this. He's taking down one. Is he taking out two? Yes, he does. But Freya takes out Shroomsy on the Phoveus. Leslie seizing the opportunity and clearing out the top lane turret. So 9-6 in the favor of Immortal Order. They did get the kill advantage in that exchange, 2-for-1. And now they have the turret and the turtle as well. Oh, there's the engagement once more onto the Layla as she was trying to get back to the lane. Melted down. Hilda trying to do something, but is eaten up as well. Vexana does get that Eternal Guard out there, but slightly off the mark. But a 1v1 has occurred in the bot lane, and it's Freya that comes out on top. As Fredrin wants to try to go to clear his jungle, but Alucard has stolen that red buff away from him. Alucard wants to engage onto the Fredrin. There's the CC combo from the Vexana. So the Rose Gold Meteor built up as the second item for the Alucard, the buff on the Rose Gold. Is there... Oh, Hilda has the opportunity to engage on the Leslie. Leslie is caught out here a little bit. He's going to get wrapped upon. Does get that second skill off there. The Camilla wants to land through the Cursed Blood onto the later with the follow-up from the Sicilian. Just way too much damage being dished out here as it's a 2-for-0 exchange. That Cursed Blood changing the course of the team fight. But we do see the mid lane being pushed in by the Vexana and the Fredrin. Alucard, he's trying to use that river speed to his advantage to try to get up. Will he catch the Vexana as she's going through? He wants to engage. Pops the ultimate. The flicker does come out. The combination, but it's just way too much damage from the Leslie and the Alucard as they take down the Vexana. Fredrin will survive through the snipe from the Leslie. But mid lane turret has fallen. It is the third and final turtle for the game, which should go uncontested to the side of Immortal Order. They have taken all 3 turtles, and as a result of all of that and the advantage in the kills, they do have established quite a nice gold lead. As we just check on the bulls once more. Bat's Feast comes out from the Sicilian with the Sanguine Claws. They're engaging onto the Hilda. Hilda, as we know, does have the damage build, so will not have the ability to sustain through all of this here. Freya comes through, manages to get the return kill onto one, wants to continue with this, but now Shrooms, just CCing this up. He wants to stop the Freya, the double kill. But there's the Alucard, comes in there with the Phobius. They're engaging onto this Freya, but Freya manages to get away. Meanwhile, underneath the turret kills. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, there was a kill onto the Leslie. This game has a bit more of a seesaw action to it, as another turret is taken down by the side of Immortal Order. There's a Hilda engaging onto 2. But do they have the ability to get the combination of Hilda? Wants to try to escape this, but way too much damage from the Alucard. As he dives the Vexana underneath the turret, gets the kill. The Rose Gold keeping him safe. Sicilian pushing in this mid lane here. Fredrin wants to get this saved. The mid lane turret saved. Sicilian with the Sanguine Claws onto this Fredrin. No poke damage. They finally managed to shut down. It's a double kill here as the team came around to check what was happening as I was watching in the mid lane. And it's the Vexana taken down as well. Flicker from the Sicilian back to safety. It's just Fredrin here in the mid lane. He's being surrounded. He needs to build the stacks up. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. Legendary on the Alucard. Layla is the only one left alive with the Lord being up. So the Lord being started by the Alucard. Vexana wants to try to get close to help the team contest. Oh, there's the engagement onto the Leslie. Leslie is taken out there. Hilda coming through very nicely to save his teammate Delirious 2.0 on the Layla. And they managed to shut down the Leslie. But this Lord will definitely go uncontested. Freya being engaged upon by all 4 teams. CC'd up, taken down. So for a 1-for-1 exchange overall, but without the marksman, might be a bit challenging to take down some of the turrets. Nice wave cut here by Goku on the Alucard. That's going to give his team the opportunity to try and take a tier 2 turret. As we see Sicilian getting the mid lane wave pushed in there. Sanguine Claws onto the Fredrin. But he is a tanky boy. The turret is being engaged upon by... Oh, there's the Phobius and the Alucard. They get CC'd up by the Vexana. The combination's coming through Fredrin. He does land that ultimate off, but just not enough damage. But there's the Freya into the backline with the Inspire. Take it down one, take it down another, but it's taken down herself. Hilda wants to follow it up. The Cursed Blood was off the mark there by the Camilla, but that didn't make a difference, as it's a 4-for-2 exchange with the Lord being pushing it onto the top lane, almost taking down this tier 1 turret. Layla just left alive to defend, trying to keep everybody safe. Layla has picked up that Malefic gun as I just get everybody's build up online for you. There is a tier 3 turret that has been taken down. It is the bot lane one, as the NWO have respawned and are trying to mount the defense. There's the Layla. Oof, starting to hurt. Starting to hurt. Right, it looks like Hilda has decided to go for a more defensive outlook on the game, so it's going to have the ability to sustain through quite a bit more. They're engaging onto the Phobius. Curse Blood catches onto 2. Hilda taking a lot of damage. Hilda's taken down. Mid lane, top lane turret being pushed in. Mid lane turret as well. As the Fredrin is next to fall. The damage from the Sicilian very much online. Vexana with the Eternal Guard manages to catch onto 2, but just not enough damage quite yet to deal with anybody. As it is a 5v3 situation. The Layla engaged upon has to pop the Aegis to get to safety. Oh, and it's the Freya. Instant delete. Hilda trying to frontline for the team. The Batsfeast out from the Curse Blood. Catches all 4. Is there the follow-up damage? It's 1 taken down. It's 2. It's 3. What do we see? A team wipe here. It's Vexana versus the world. Vexana trying to do a job here. Stay safe. The Nexus is exposed. Alucard, he's trying to engage. Yeah, it's the Nexus. Shake it down. It is 3-0 to the side of Immortal Order as they win the series in a clean sweep. So well played to both teams, giving us a very, very exciting, very intense matches. I really did enjoy watching both NWO and Immortal Order face off against one another, but congratulations to Immortal Order taking the victory here 3-0 in this best of 5 series. So this concludes the streams for Mobile Legends for today. I hope you were entertained, and well, I hope you're also gonna press that like, share, and subscribe buttons to help out the channel. But from myself, Waylander, for this evening, it is gonna have to be a very sad goodbye. Until we see you guys again in the next stream, we will have the schedule up for Waylander Gaming tonight for the streaming schedule, and we will be posting also the individual matchups that will be coming during the course of the week as I finalize the list of teams that will be competing in these let's call it a practice league. It's not technically a league, it's just everybody keeping active, being able to play 5-man against one another so that they can actually keep their skills sharpened, so that when we enter the next big tournament for Mobile Legends, which is happening in March, the first week of March, which will be the most wanted league. I hope everybody has signed up for that particular tournament. If you haven't, just send a message in one of the groups. If you want to know how to get into one of the groups, it is all there for you in the links on the channel. So just click on the channel page, check the links out. It'll take you to the Facebook, the WhatsApp, the Discord, etc. Join the communities to be part of the fun and the action, and get your teams registered. The next major tournament, as I said, for Mobile Legends will be in March, but that won't always be the case, because when I say won't always be the case, it won't always be the tournament that is going to be featured here on Waylander Gaming. We do have some Call of Duty tournaments up and running for those of you who are Call of Duty mobile players and fans. Just go and register for any upcoming events. You'll find out all about that on the communities. So that would definitely be something that you could get interested in. We do have other streams as well. Lots of RPG stuff, so a lot of MMORPGs. We're trying to build the guilds, build the squads for all the different games. You can check out the channel to see what is being played. But it has been a pleasure having all of you here on a Sunday afternoon. So thank you everybody for watching. And from myself, Waylander, this is gonna be goodbye for now.